Can't be all bad.
What up, boys?
She must really like me.
We are going to watch part 7 of Chris Chan's comprehensive history documentary made by Geno Samuel. Let's fucking jump into it, boys. Let's do it. Oh my god.
What made him this way?
A lot of things.
What is the attraction? What keeps us fascinated?
I'm here,
This is the
and
story
y'all are there.
of Chris Chan.
Yeah. Wonder how much money he spent on all those Legos and shit. You know what I mean? Like, he probably spent so many fucking social security checks on that shit. Thousands of dollars, easily. Thousands upon thousands.
Captain's log, stardate, October 21st, 2008.
October 21st, 2008. I was... Fuck, how old was I? I want to say I was a sophomore? I think I was a sophomore in high school.
Well, it's done. Blanca and I, well, she broke up with me because the pickle man tricked me again. A few more stupid photos. Anyways, it's all them.
Fuck
She
you,
got
pickle
angry,
man.
She broke up with me. So, I'm sad.
Still refusing to accept that Blanca might have been a troll, Christian believed that she broke up with him because of the photos that the pickle man leaked onto Encyclopedia Dramatica.
I hope
Fuck
you
yeah,
jerks
bro.
and trolls who wanted to break us up are happy.
Yeah, man. It's pretty dope.
All you did was make me feel sad, depressed, and you made me crash into slumber a couple of times.
Crash into slumber.
And you know, it takes a lot of stress and exhaust and such to make a person feel like they're gonna crash and burn.
Motherfucker, you've never worked a real job. Like, what do you really know about being stressed out? Try to do my fucking job. You want to do my shit? Go work for a Fortune 50 company and fucking deal with that shit. See how you like dealing with fucking corporate assholes. See how much you enjoy that shit. That's nah, fuck you.
Into a whole bunch of into a long slumber. So anyway, I'm sad, and Blanca is sad too, and even more sad because her grandma died.
Nevertheless, he had the energy to give an update about Panda Halo and Jimmy Hill.
You know, Panda Halo is the moderator for the fan site that I officially approved. She's also helped me against the imposter Jimmy Hill. Again, do not buy anything from that bastard imposter.
Buy it all, bro.
Because y'all know he did the same thing to Warner Bros. Years ago, and he was put
What?
to jail for it.
What?
So he deserves to be put in jail again. So
The soccer player
that's
Jimmy
it for
Hill
now.
fucked
I'm
over
gonna
Warner
suck some
Brothers.
more, and maybe I'll upload this video. I don't know. Y'all take care. Be safe.
2 days later, Jessie Ruddy revealed herself to have been untrue, and their relationship ended in an explosive chat in which she branded him a homosexual, with
Yep.
Chris defending himself by professing his desires
Look
for
at this
sexual
shit. Look at this shit. Bro, he's fucking calling this shit out because he's like wearing his fucking mother's shit. And she's calling him gay and he's all shitty and stuff. He's all pissed. You're not straight, Chrissy. I am. These pictures of you in a bra and panties say otherwise. Oh my god. You love the cock. You want a huge cock in your mouth and asshole. Christian Weston Chandler says, no, I love vagina. Yeah. And then he says, I want vagina on my nose? What? Then he says, I want breasts on my ass. Fucking what the fuck is up? He's got some weird kinks, bro. I mean, this isn't anything we didn't already know. But holy shit. This is fucking crazy. This is insanity. This is where you fucking lost it. Oh god. I fucking hate looking at myself in the fucking camera because it's just like, fuck man, I am getting old. I am getting fucking old.
practices to be administered unto him by a woman. On October 26th, Christian took part in a fan chat through IRC, trying to bounce back from his breakup with Blanca. During an impromptu question and answer session, he admitted that he was already seeing someone else, claiming her name was Chloe. According to him, they met at a GameStop while pre-ordering Little Big Planet.
By the way, I don't mean to go off on a fucking tangent. Bro, I went to my GameStop in town, like, the other day. They're fucking closing that bitch down, bro. They're closing down, like, 3 or 4 other GameStops in the area. Like, they're all going out of business. It's fucking crazy, man. We are at the death of physical media, and it's sad. Because I'm like one of the only people left, I feel. Like I said, I'm a fucking old man. I still like to buy physical copies of games. And that's coming to a fucking end, bro. We're about at the end of that shit. I might as well just get over it and just start buying everything digitally. Because, I mean, fuck it. You know? You're not going to be able to buy fucking physical copies fairly soon. Like the new, the PS5 fucking Pro or whatever the hell they call it. That thing didn't even have a disc drive. So it's like... they know it costs them more money to release physical copies, and they don't, you know, it's a matter of time before they just shut that shit down for good. It's fucking sad, man. It's the end of an era.
And had already gone to second base together. According to his story, this would mean that they were dating at the same time that Chris thought of Blanca as his true sweetheart, supporting the theory that Chloe was a fabrication. When asked about her just over a year later, he had absolutely no recollection of her. The name might have been a reference to Chloe Rosechew, an original character created by Sarah Cassandra Mackenzie. The following day, Christian uploaded his first Q&A video in which he answered 10 questions from Sonichu fans.
This is the first Q&A video of a lot of Q&A videos of questions from Sonichu fans on the internet.
Oh yeah, there's so many of those.
Y'all know who I am. And this is Lil Chris. Teddy bear I put together at Creative Career.
No fucking way. No fucking way did he go to Build-A-Bear and make a fucking bear. Dude, that's the most autistic shit I've ever heard. That's so fucking funny. It actually appealed to his autism and they made money off of him. That's like the whole purpose of Build-A-Bear, right? It's meant for like autistic kids, yeah? At least I don't know. That's what I'd always been kind of led to believe. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Excuse me. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
Chris introduces Lil Chris, which he created at a Create a Critter workshop after winning a gift certificate from a radio station years ago.
Good little bear. And this is my guitar. Y'all should know my guitar. Also,
why should we all know your guitar?
I put it on my wrist for when I play guitar. Now,
why?
on to the questions.
During the Q&A session, he reveals that he gets his clothes from Goodwill or the Salvation Army, and discusses Black Sonichu and Natesurk.
Wait, but it's like you get money every month though, Chris. So he spends all this money on fucking toys and like Legos and shit, but he won't spend any money on clothing? I don't understand that. Like, I don't care how broke you are, like, for fuck's sake, you could get like decent clothes for really cheap off Amazon if you had to. I mean, like, I've done that. I've done it a lot. You can get some really nice shit off there for cheap. Fuck, man. I just ordered some t-shirts from Pal Peralta. The skate brand. Everybody knows Pal Peralta. I ordered some shit from there the other day, and it was like super cheap, bro. Their t-shirts are like, what, 20, 30 bucks? This fucking Thrasher shirt, I got this off of Amazon. This was like, what, 20, 30 bucks? That's like fucking nothing. That's the fucking Mark Gonzalez designed this shit. Like, how dope is that? Like, what the fuck? You don't have to spend a lot of money.
The jail's a quick video. What happens when they commit crimes, and what's the worst crime? We have jails. Same as everywhere else. Trial, then sentence. After being turned guilty or innocent. And the worst crime? Importing cigarettes or alcohol. Which the sentence for that would be 10 years or $1,500 fine.
What?
Case dismissed.
He once again mentions
he's crazy, bro.
And from our tale, what's the status of my love life? 100% heart. I met the girl named Chloe at the GameStop where we have reserved Little Big Planet. She lives around here on Dickerson Road.
Bro, he's so making this shit up.
Nearby. Other details I will leave discreet, because I do not want to reveal any more information.
You don't have any more information. You're totally making this shit up.
Can be imposters on the internet trying to.
Oh, I just happened to meet a girl at GameStop. Yeah.
Oh, look at me, I'm a troll. I think I play around as a girl. Hello.
Who's playing around as a girl these days, Chris? Because last I checked, that was you. Yeah.
Not a good idea.
I agree. It's not a good idea, but you do it.
The sentence for that would be 20 years prison or $2,000 fine. Case dismissed.
Christian is asked if he would become a sperm donor.
And would I ever become a spoin donor? Maybe. That's the answer.
Bro, they would never take you. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but, like, you have autism, so you're not a candidate they're gonna accept. Like, I've got a bunch of shit wrong with me, too. They probably wouldn't accept me either. Not that I would ever offer, but it's like, what the fuck, man? Come on, stop. Just stop.
Well, that's it for the Q&A, but...
I could see him doing that just so he could get paid to jerk off, but, like, you know, who knows? He's weird.
Close this with a comment from somebody else that wants to confirm my identity. A friend of mine, whose name shall remain anonymous at the moment. She says, "Okay, Chris, if you read out this message I sent, I'll know it's you. Please just read it out in full, and then the trolling should stop. I want to talk with you and catch up on everything. You know it's me because I used the word ban."
He unintentionally reveals the identity of the person in question.
I only talk to you on
Bro, he never fails.
if I'm 100% sure it's just between you and me, from Megan Schroeder.
Right.
Shame on you. You're in the bullies. Shame on you.
Why shame on the internet bullies?
Words or those of a troll who assumed her identity. On the same day, he uploaded a video showcasing his skills on the game Guitar Hero World Tour, playing the song Heartbreaker by Pat Benatar. In the video description, he asked viewers to vote for him in the GameStop Be a Star sweepstakes competition held by
another
GameStop
one of these
to promote
things, bro.
the release of the game Guitar Hero World Tour. The contest asked people to send in photos of themselves in a Guitar Hero pose, and the picture with the most votes would win a $400 GameStop gift card. It was rumored that the winner would also be included as a playable character in the game, but this was proven to be false. This was Christian's entry.
Oh my god,
He
bro.
uploaded yet another video on the same day, in which he played through his custom-made level in Little Big Planet, based on the events from Sonichu Episode 1. Even though there is no audible commentary from Chris, it is
Look at
most
that
likely
shit,
that
man.
he
That
did
is
provide it
insane.
during the recording session, as his in-game character's mouth moves, which happens when the player speaks into a microphone connected to the gaming system. The following day, he uploaded a video in which he shows the optional race dash available in his level. On October 31st, two trolls put up a sign on the front lawn of Christian's house. The sign read Encyclopedia Dramatica and also featured an illustration of a black man in a pickle suit. Due to the ever-lengthening Christian page on ED getting too difficult to manage, Cogstaff founded The Quickie, a Wikipedia-style database solely dedicated to cataloging Chris's past and present activities. On November 11th, Christian announced on his Sonichu site that he had won the Be a Star sweepstakes after trolls collectively got together to vote for his photo, under the misconception that his likeness would be included in Guitar Hero. He claimed that he would share his $400 gift card with his church congregation, only to later confess that he spent a sizable portion of it on himself by purchasing games for the Nintendo Wii.
Be realistic. How's that supposed to work? You're gonna share a GameStop gift card with the church. Like, how's that? They don't give a fuck, dude. None of them play video games. Come on. Be realistic, dude. Oh, Rocky Shoemaker's gonna fucking play Little Big Planet with you? I don't think so.
3 days later, he posted several videos concerning the game Little Big Planet. In the first, Chris plays through his custom-made level styled after the cartoon Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Next, he demonstrates how to create your own Sonichu-looking character.
That looks so ridiculous.
Later that day,
I've never played
he
that
uploaded
game. It
another
looks kind of
video
cool.
with audible commentary for the first time.
Hello, y'all should know me by now. All the people on the Little Big Planet community, as well as all my Sonichu and Rose Chew.
He's got an ego, man.
If not, my name is Christian Chandler. Okay.
He previews the idea of a collector's case, which he designed to store all in-game items he receives.
Basically, the idea of the whole collector's case here is backing up all your items so that when you get to that point, you just back up all your items into each of these little boxes. And if you feel like you need one of those items for level you're working on, you just come back into the level. You just come back into your own version of this level after you add your items, and go get them.
Okay.
In a separate video, he shows off his own personal collection in his own collector's case.
So anyway, I put all my science level stuff in here and everything else.
Holy shit, man. How big is this?
4 trophies. I think we can put them in there first since I first talked about them. Yeah, so all the comic covers.
He's mumbling into a really low quality mic.
Level parts, big chunks. Small.
I would boost the sound, but I don't want to blow
10
anybody's
days
ears
later,
out.
he made a video telling the story of his experiences with the PS3, told through a custom Little Big Planet level.
Take a ride and view some of the games in my collection. And do it out there.
Throughout November, Vivian G took part in an online creative writing project called National Novel Writing Month, which calls for participants to write a 50,000-word manuscript during the month of November. Vivian's story was called A Girl Who Brought Down the World, in which Christopher Winfield Vega, a character who resembled Chris in many ways, eventually becomes the supreme ruler of the entire world. Strewn throughout the story are references to Chris's own life, as she attempted to show him the error of his ways in a creative manner. When the novelette was finished, she sent it to his home address, hoping that he would read it. Upon receiving it, he was most concerned about who was going to pay for shipping, but since NaNoWriMo could send the writers one free copy of their own story, it is likely that Vivian offered Christian's address instead. When he brought up the book again months later, he admitted that he had not read it yet. On December 1st, Chris confessed to Panda Halo that he was looking forward to possibly making a new gal pal. I just went out to Golden Corral with my father. Mom stayed home because she didn't feel well. Anyway, I've made a new gal pal today, the server who served me and my father. She was cute. Her name is Caitlin. Eventually, she commented on the Family Guy episode I was playing on my PSP. I introduced myself to her, and there was a peaceful spark. I left her a note on a napkin. I noted my being internet famous and mentioned Sonichu.net, then listed my phone number in inquisition of being friends. If I'm there again, I'll make a note to talk to her again, or ask about her among the staff. My family and I personally know a couple of the other Femall staff members, both older and taken. He never mentioned her again. Throughout the last month
scared her
of the
off.
year,
There's no
Christian
way he didn't.
continued to make sporadic appearances in the Sonichu Fans IRC, in which he updated his fans on his personal goings-on and answered any questions. During these chats, Vivian confronted Chris with fake information that challenged his worldviews, such as asking him about non-Caucasian female fans and telling him that a gay fan found him attractive. In an IRC conversation from December 15th, a purportedly female user named Blue Spike asked Chris whether he would film a tour of his house. He said he'd consider—
Dude, I did not realize we were getting into the Blue Spike shit already. That makes me a little nervous. To those who don't know, Blue Spike is commonly considered amongst Christorians to be his worst troll. This guy is a fucking lunatic. Yeah, you'll see what I mean, because we'll probably cover it. I'm gonna assume Geno probably had to edit the. There's a video coming up. I'll just say it. There's a video coming up where Blue Spike has Chris cut up his medallion, and he basically like blackmails Chris into essentially like sexually assaulting himself with pieces of the medallion. He basically forces him to stick the thing up his ass, and it's brutal. Like, it is brutal. It's sickening, honestly. I'm gonna assume he probably had to edit that out, but I guess we'll see when we get to it.
it. 3 days later, he revealed that he paid $35 to have Sonichu copyrighted. In the same chat, Vivian informed Chris of a Sonichu fan named Ryan Cash, who killed himself when he heard that there would be no more Sonichu comics released, as long as the ED page was still up. Christian said that he was saddened by it, but still made sure to advertise a virtual meeting place for Sonichu fans in PlayStation Home. He added that he would consider making a tribute video for Ryan. On December 22nd, Vivian brought up Ryan Cash again, claiming that his family hoped that their son's death did not upset Chris too much. He confessed that he had an emotional moment, but was feeling better. He offered a message for the family. Try to move on and live life as peacefully as possible. I'm sure Ryan would have wanted his family to be happy as much as possible. I know that God and Jesus would have told them the same thing from the Bible. 5 days later, Christian and Panda Halo had an allegedly private chat during which she told him that Robert Simmons had come to Australia for a visit and that she met up with him. She constantly teased Christian, inciting jealousy by saying that Robert was a really nice guy and that they went to the beach together, where she got to try out her new bikini. When she asked about a possibility of a threesome involving Rob, Chris, and herself, Christian confessed that he was against it. They discussed masturbation, which they referred to by Christian's preferred euphemism, masturbating. He admitted that he would be willing to be penetrated by a strap-on dildo when they're finally together, and also said that he would have sex with a female dog for her.
Oh,
Specifically, a
what?
collie.
What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. What kind of dog would you have sex with? A fluffy one? Chris Chan says, I don't think so. I can imagine myself doing it with a collie at least, you know, like Lassie. Yeah. Weird. Fucking weird. Freak. Fucking freak.
Christian also revealed that he bought a chocolate condom for $1, which he will be saving for their first time.
Wait a minute. Oh, it's one of those flavored ones. Okay. Because at first I'm thinking, like, they don't... An edible condom, that can't exist. It's one of those flavored ones. Okay. Well, you know.
He also confessed that he loved her. The next day, they had another chat in which they discussed more private details, such as Chris's fecal incontinence. During the conversation, Panda confessed that she was having emotional and painful period pains and unleashed a series of bizarre outbursts at Christian. It especially angered her when he said that he wasn't up for cybersex at the moment. Panda instructed Chris to fuck a dick you're a gay anal sex. He later revealed that he lacked inspiration for making YouTube videos due to his sudden internet fame. Panda said that it must suck being famous for fucking being a fucking retard with autism, you dumb dog fucker. He took little notice of her verbal eruptions
That was so cool.
Was growing distant in their interactions. Panda Halo finally managed to convince Chris to film his first video in over 2 months.
Bro.
Captain's log.
Bro.
I wish to express my deepest appreciation
That was
for everybody
crazy.
who voted for me on the Guitar Hero Be a Star contest. And for
What
winning
the fuck?
and allow me to be the first to win the first of the $400 gift cards weekly there.
He also addresses Ryan Cash's family.
And for Ryan Cash and his family, I feel for you and I'm sorry, but best thing you could do for Ryan and yourselves, just to move on. Try to be as happy.
Just let it go. Just fucking let it go.
In the future.
Fuck it. Right? Jesus.
So much power. That's a lot worse than when that child locked himself in the room after seeing Optimus Prime die in the original movie.
What?
He informs his fans that Sonichu
Fucking
Issue
what?
8 will be released in early January.
We're talking
and
about a
announces that
goddamn
the first
Transformer?
meetup of the Sonichu Home Club over on the PlayStation Home Network will take place on January 2nd.
Do not leave me, fans, because more is to come, definitely. But it just depends on my inspiration. I get a lot of stress in my life.
Oh, yeah.
And it sometimes hinders me. And even my mental block. Yep, so embarrassed from saying that, but it's a truth. But you can depend on me to have the comics up as soon as possible at my own pace.
At your own pace.
So patience will be greatly rewarded. Thank y'all very much.
Mm-hmm.
And have a pleasant day, and talk to y'all again in 2009.
2 days later, Cassie Rosechew emailed Chris letting him know that she and her friend Sarah May created Sonichu Girls, a web forum dedicated to the female fanbase of Sonichu. He quickly came and introduced himself to everyone, and proclaimed that he empathized with the fairer sex. I feel that I am truly in touch with my feminine side, to the point where I'm capable of learning from that to better understand how to treat women in a caring, nurturing, positive way. I've also learned from Red Skelton of how to be a gentleman. Sometimes I wonder between my caring
Red
attitude
Skelton?
and the lack of a sweetheart if I was born the wrong gender. I wonder what life would have been like if I had actually been born a girl. But
oh my
afterwards,
god, this is
I'd
getting
realized that I
meta.
should still appreciate being born
So
a boy
meta,
to
bro.
gentlemen. God gave me the package, and I signed for it. He thanked his female fandom for treating him like a king. On that same
There has
day,
to be a joke in
Gay
there
for
somewhere.
Sonichu, a web forum for the gay Sonichu fans, was founded by one named Ignatius J. Riley, named after a character from the novel A Confederacy of Dunces by John Kennedy Toole. On January 2nd, 2009, Christian held his first Sonichu Home Club get-together. This event was recorded and later transcribed, but that video has since disappeared and thought to be lost. On the same day, he received an email from someone claiming to be Takashi Tezuka, a famous video game director associated with Nintendo. He stated that Nintendo were going to introduce Sonichu and Rosechu as characters in the game Animal Crossing City Folk for the Nintendo Wii. But during development, they left their Wii Connect 24 feature on, and the characters wandered off into the network and were encountered by other players of the game. The following day, Christian participated in a 2-hour-long IRC chat with members of the Sonichu girls who persistently praised and complimented Chris to the point of collectively exclaiming about how they all wanted to lose their virginity to him. Towards the end, he confessed that he didn't get along well with his father, citing his unwillingness to wash his hands, the number of arguments he starts, and his homophobia as pressure points. While getting asked why he didn't move out and live life on his own, he said he was feeling stressed. Blue Spike revealed that her real name was Julie. Behind the scenes, Christian and Julie's relationship was getting more heated, which came to a boil in an IRC chat a day later. Julie confronted Chris, upset to find out that he was still dating Sarah, and Chris was compelled to say that he loved her more than Panda. Then Sarah joined the chat and understandably felt betrayed. Everyone in the chat called him a jerk. Julie was so hurt that she threatened to kill herself and left the chat. Christian responded with a somber "damn." He then told Sarah that he loved her more than Julie. After a while, Blue Spike came back. Chris regrettably confessed that he got carried away and professed his love to both of them. Julie threatened to reveal his lying ways to the Sonichu girls. While Chris was still virtually being yelled at and branded as a heartbreaker, he confessed that he needed to finish the comic and left the chat. This day also marked the first documented Skype chat between Chris and Julie, with Julie revealing that she was moving to the United States from her home country, the fictitious Mulvania.
Mulvania. I forgot about Mulvania, bro.
Finally released Sonichu episode 18 to the public. The prologue of the story.
Dude, the best part is that there's a point where Chris, and Bob, they end up going to the fucking mall, which is where Chris always goes to, right? And this fucking person shows up. Some troll pretending to be Julie, I think, or whatever. And they start talking about Mulvania. And even Bob is like, oh yeah, we looked up Mulvania and found it on the map. It's one of them countries over there in the Europe. It's not. He must have been thinking about Moldova. Or who the fuck knows? It's hard telling. I mean, they're all crazy. That whole family's fucking nuts.
That all the relevant characters are of legal age by showing the birthday parties of Sonichu, Rosechu, and the Chaotic Combo.
Which is all just a ploy so he can make the characters fuck.
Blake with a birthday cupcake, and they share a kiss. The episode itself begins with news reporters covering the spring break party, with the anchor of FQX News, Greta Squall, without warning, tearing off her suit to jump into the party herself.
Stole that joke from Family Guy. That's a fucking Family Guy joke. We've all seen it.
The scene cuts to DJ Jams to Sonichu, who thanks Mayor Chandler for keeping Quickville clean, noting that nobody has to go home drunk or Somkey. He then promotes Quick Cola and informs the listeners of the upcoming events. The scene then joins Gigliami and Blanca backstage, excitedly waiting to perform. Sonichu and the Rosechus are at the beach enjoying the sun when they spot a mysterious Rosechu. Magi-chan telepathically informs Bubbles that there is a Sonichu crystal in the ocean, ordering her to fetch it. Sarah Mackenzie and the late Sarah Jackson make a cameo appearance. Chris incorporates an illustration made by Panda Halo into the artwork.
It is noticeably much better than his.
And tells him that after she receives the crystal, they will meet under Pier 969. After she leaves, the dark new character assumes Bubbles' likeness. Chris then tells the origin story of this new addition to the cast, claiming that one egg from the Rainbow Blast in episode 1 was launched into space and landed on the moon. After it hatched, Count Graduan appeared to mentor it into adulthood. He announced that she would not be able to give birth, but in return would acquire both male and female genitalia. She, or he, evolved into Sylvana Rosechew. Back in the present day, Bubbles is searching for the crystal, and Christian inserts a reference to the Disney animation The Little Mermaid.
With a bunch of
Meanwhile, Blake has
Goldines?
just purchased a box of condoms labeled Jimmy, when Sylvana, disguised as Bubbles, surprises him. She convinces him to forego the condoms. They get to the pier and have sex.
Oh my god,
Unbeknownst to
bro.
Blake, Sylvana secretes a sleep-inducing nectar from her vagina, which tranquilizes him. Bubbles then texts Blake, letting him know that she will meet him soon. So Sylvana transforms into Blake. In the meantime, Punchy tells Wild how much he fancies Angelica, but can't seem to express his feelings for her. Wild informs him of a dating education class at Quickville University. They agree that they both will join it. Gigliami is backstage and discovers the sleeping body of the true Blake. Bubbles is about to meet with whom she thinks is Blake when Magi-chan sends her a message telling her that he is an imposter. Skeptical,
That
she
is
tells
not
him to
Black
use a thunderbolt
Sonichu.
attack on her. Unable to replicate the attack, she realizes that it's not the real Blake. But before Sylvana could destroy Bubbles, Magi-chan teleports her to Blake's bedside. Finally, Gigliami gets to perform the song War of Love, written by Blanca Weiss. After she finishes, Christian informs his readership that Blanca found herself a boyfriend and moved back to Kentucky. He also mentions the difficulty he had in choosing one out of 3 women he was flirting with over the internet. Fortunately, God and Jesus made the decision easier for him by
God
killing Sarah
and Jesus.
Jackson in a car
Whoa!
crash and
What
revealing
the fuck? Holy shit, bro. God and Jesus made it easier by killing one of them. Holy fuck, dude. He's got a dark mind, man. He always did. Holy shit, man.
other to be a troll, possibly referring to Jessie Ruddy. This left only Sarah Mackenzie unscathed, promising her his virginity and eternal loyalty. He gives a brief message of condolence to Ryan Cash.
Wow.
On the same day the comic was officially completed, Chris received an email from noted game designer and the then senior executive of Nintendo, Shigeru Miyamoto,
AKA God.
an elaborate scheme of a troll. The fake Miyamoto told him that he was interested in meeting Chris concerning the Sonichu video game. The same troll also assumed the role of James Zilberstein, the alleged lawyer for Nintendo of America, who was often referred to by the nickname Jay-Z. While very flattered, Chris voiced his concern
It's your
concerning
boy,
the commute to
Jay-Z.
Nintendo headquarters in Washington State. The following day, he expressed his elation in
It's
the
The
video.
Rock.
For those of you
Holla.
who own a Nintendo Wii and the Animal Crossing City Folk game,
City Folk game.
Sonichu and Rosechew, actual villagers, coming to your town. February 24th, 2009, my 27th birthday.
Yeah.
And also with that, I am definitely in talks. Aside from the Nintendo associate who has informed me about the Animal Crossing deal, as well as
Yeah.
as well as their lawyer, the lawyer in Nintendo of America, who I will not reveal their names. Keep them quiet there.
I miss Nintendo
He talks
Power.
about an issue concerning the names of some
That
of his
shit was so
characters.
dope.
I am working on the edits.
There
on the-
really was like nothing more sick than getting home from school and like checking the mailbox to see a new issue of Nintendo Power and that shit, man. Especially when they were gonna put out a new console or like there was a game that just got like revealed, because that would happen a lot. They would announce new games straight on the new issue, and it'd just be like, "Fuck, there's gonna be a new Smash Bros. Or some shit." It'd blow your mind. Ah, God, I miss that shit, man. This was before the internet was like really big, but like nowadays, you know, you got the fucking internet, so you know, it is what it is. It's much better, but it still doesn't hit the same.
the comics, with name changes of some of the characters, because some of them are based on real life, but most are not. And also, I had to talk with the lawyer, and sort out which were most relative to Sancho himself and the franchise, as well as those are only relative to me and my person, and those that were not relative to either one. And just let y'all see what I did with my Wiimote and nunchuck. Look, Sancho colors.
That looks ridiculous. I gotta say, I do not miss that controller. I hated that. That was like one of the things about the Wii that I fucking hated. I hated that whole point and click bullshit. The only thing that was kind of dope about it is, like, if you were playing Zelda, you could sit with your hands to your sides like this. You didn't have to have it like that. You could be, like, sitting like this, and you could still play. But, like, that whole thing of waving the controller around and all the motion shit, I hated that. Because to me, it's like, bro, I just want to fucking be able to play the game. Let me, at least give me the option. Like, if I don't want to swing the shit around like an asshole, at least give me the option to choose to not have to do that. But, excuse me. But, you know, the Wii was what it was. It was a huge success, oddly enough. But, if you notice, like, the Nintendo Switch has those same abilities, but they didn't really make many games incorporated in. And it's because, like, dude, people just don't like that shit, man. I appreciate how innovative Nintendo is, but there are times when they take it a bit too far. And I feel like they should focus more on the games themselves and the actual gameplay as opposed to trying to be this, like, innovative brand. Although they've really struck gold with the Switch. Like, I think they've found their right demographic. I think now they've realized that they do handheld gaming better than any other brand. So that's what they focus on. They know that they're just going to make the best handheld. And that kind of gives them their own little niche thing that Sony and PlayStation don't really have anymore. I mean, yeah, there's the Steam Deck and stuff, but like the PSP, you know, they don't do that anymore. So it's like Nintendo's kind of been a thing all on their own. Anyway, sorry about the tangent.
And I painted silver C's around the Wii. You know, make it.
It looks
like
ridiculous, bro.
And then, you know, just keeping it CWC there. Okay, so enjoy. Continue to make Sonic and Rose Chew very popular and praise him very much. Then we can get the games made. All right.
His t-shirt looks like one of those balloons. What am I saying? Not a balloon. You know, like those parachute things you would have like in gym class, where like the class would all get around in a big circle and they'd raise it up and everybody'd run underneath it. It looks like one of those. There's a chance none of you guys have any idea what I'm talking about. Fuck, dude, I am so old.
That's about it for now.
Not as old as Chris.
Christian
Chris has got like
by
10
Miyamoto
years on
and
me.
Or Zilberstein that he was legally obliged to change the names of all the characters in his comics who were based on real people.
Walter
He proceeded to go through
Grisby.
the entire Sonichu back catalog, altering the names of people from his real life. Mary Lee Walsh, for instance, was reimagined as Sloweel Ryam, and sometimes Sloweel the Witch, the names of whom being based on the reverse spelling of Mary Lee Walsh. Despite him manually altering all the instances of actual people being mentioned in his comic, he made no attempt at correcting the numerous spelling mistakes present throughout. Likewise, he was instructed to change his Curse-Ye-Hameha attack because the word curse was deemed too aggressive. Chris consequently changed it to a Shin-Ye-Hameha,
Which is way more
was likely
aggressive.
to have been a reference to the anime series Excel Saga director's name, Shinichi Nabeshin Watanabe, and is a similar use of wordplay to the Nabehameha, which is the iteration used in Excel Saga. This ongoing
I thought that
relationship
Shin
between
generally meant devil. Am I wrong on that?
Christian and Miyamoto came to be referred to by the trolls as the Miyamoto Saga. They began to apply this label to other past interactions with Chris and particular people, be they real or fake. For example, his relationship with Megan became
She looks
known
so
as the Megan
uncomfortable,
Saga.
bro.
His conflict with Stackhouse was the Adam Stackhouse Saga, and his failed romance with Blanca became the Blanca Saga. This categorization system became common practice with future trolling endeavors and important life events. On January 6th, the same troll who posed as Miyamoto and his lawyer assumed the identity of Greg Mays, a web designer working for Nintendo, and emailed Chris informing him that he had been assigned with the task of redesigning the Sonichu website in anticipation of Sonichu and Rosechew's incorporation into Animal Crossing. After a few exchanges, Christian gave Greg the administrative password to Sonichu.net, which was swiftly changed so Chris could not access it anymore. His other themed websites were also blocked. Mays claimed that lawyers representing Sega suspended the site due to a copyright conflict. Despite Mays denying it, Chris accused him of being a troll. Now listen, sir. I want you to restore all the files you've deleted from Sonichu.net, the Sonichu and Roastechu fan site, Quick's Pokesite 2, and the other Quick sites that were on there, or I will have my lawyer, his people of Nintendo, and the people of Sega, even
He spells lawyer about as well as low tier god.
the power of Mr. Miyamoto himself, bring in a tracking team, track you down, and force you to restore Sonichu.net, and all with a cruel, beating up, terribly painful punishment. You do not want...
He thinks that Miyamoto's gonna, like, bring in the fucking Yakuza to, like, fuck this guy up? This is Nintendo, not Pride Fighting Championships. Fuck, bro. I mean, goddamn. My fangs are sharp. I'm pretty sure that was, like, an old slogan that ISIS used to use.
Want to remain on my bad side. My fangs are sharp, and I can thirst for blood, even though I am Cherokee, not a vampire.
What's that have to do with blood?
Greg
What?
Mays even showed Chris a mock-up.
You're
of
not
a
Cherokee,
proposed new
bro.
Design to prove that
Everybody says they're Cherokee. God, it's so stupid. Fuck that. If you were, it would be like fucking like a percentage. Nothing. Like not enough for anybody to give a fuck.
he was not a troll, only to be apparently fired by Nintendo. Look, thanks to a mistake on Sega's part, I've lost my job, and now I can't feed my kids for the next week. I offered to restore the site, but you wouldn't let me, so the client, you, has been lost, and my employer just fired me. I am crying right now. Thanks. Christian made a video addressing the issue.
Unfortunately, due to a troll having found access to the database behind Sonichu.net, it is temporarily shut down, and I cannot change the password at the moment.
It is temporary shutdown.
But apparently the guy said that he can't fix it, so pretty much forced him to do it. So, you know, Greg Mays at gmail.com with 3 G's.
With 3 G's.
In the Greg. If you do not re-upload Sonichu.net,
I love when he does
the way it was,
this shit.
I will come down at you with my boys from Nintendo and my lawyer man from Nintendo, Jay-Z. He gonna come down with his boys from Nintendo and the boys at Sega. They're gonna track you down.
I swore, I almost thought for a minute he was about to do a black guy impression, and I was really hoping for it. I'm thinking, dude, please fucking give me a Jay-Z impression. Oh my god, I'd have fucking loved that shit.
We're gonna punish you for what you did if you don't bring my website back up to the way it was.
We're gonna ride on them fools.
Jay-Z, if you were the one of the trolls that wanted a response, you're getting it. So just listen to me, you jerk. Re-upload it, or we're gonna rain heckle on you, because I'm not afraid to show my fangs.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest, his teeth are in a lot better shape than I would have thought.
Chris, peace and love to all the rest of the loyal Sonichu and Roastu fans. Thank you for your patience.
Despite the troubles concerning his website, he continued to correspond with Shigeru Miyamoto, recounting the discussions he had with his parents. Mr. Miyamoto, my mother has given the issue much thought, and she feels that she should come with me to be my escort. Personally, I also would feel better and safer with her around. I'm sure you can understand, since upon my understanding based on your past story ideas with Pokemon at least, and Ash with his mother in the second and third movies, my mother and I felt the sense of those who worked on them had deep affections for their mothers as well. We were deeply moved.
Oh my god.
My father, who has traveled with General Electric, says that Nintendo should pay for mine and my mother's tickets in advance. Then my mother and I can pick them up at the airport. Please let me know swiftly if it's possible. Due to our financial situation, and my father being a penny pincher, we need you to advance the tickets to me and my mother, please. Barbara herself contributed an email to Miyamoto.
This is crazy.
We apologize for any
How would they? There's no way his parents really believed this shit was legit. Like, okay, so the thing that really gets me is especially like Bob was, he had a high-ranking job with GE at one point. Like, Bob actually got shit done in his day. Like, he's pretty much at this point damn near senile. So, I mean, that kind of explains why he's not all there. But it's like, there was a point when Bob was a fairly intelligent guy. He has like a list of patents to his name. The guy got shit done. And Barb worked as a secretary. Like, she had some sort of secretarial skill. So I have a very hard time believing that they didn't understand that this wouldn't be possible just from the standpoint of like like copyright. You know what I mean? Like this would obviously be like an infringement. There's no way this could ever be a legitimate meeting. It's mind-blowing to me that they fell for this.
A rush request of this nature jams the thinking process and does not allow time for working out all details to travel from coast to coast and does not allow for necessary financial arrangements. We thank you for this opportunity and hopefully can come to the best solutions for all involved in this venture. Robert and Barbara, writer, have both had experience with big business with General Electric Company and Reynolds Metals. Of historic value to the computer world, Robert was in on the research and development from the beginning, and without his knowledge, NES might not have arrived so soon. We look forward to joining with you in this venture. Yours truly, Barbara Weston Chandler, mother. Robert Franklin Chandler Jr., father.
Dude, this is insane. Like that letter was basically just like a bunch of fucking like bullshit attempt at legal speak. And I mean, I'm not very impressed with it. A lot of it's kind of just more or less flexing about their past. NES might not have arrived so soon. Is he fucking are they referring to the Nintendo Entertainment System? Is that what they're talking about? They're essentially taking fucking credit for the fucking creation of the NES. That's fucking mind-boggling. His accomplishments include 7 patents and other outstanding with General Electric. Like, yeah, that is impressive, but like, you know, let's not fucking overdo it here.
Was in on the research and development.
He wasn't Steve Jobs. You know, he wasn't fucking Bill Gates. He wasn't fucking Steve Wozniak. You know what I'm saying? It's like, calm down, bro.
From the beginning, and without his knowledge, NES might not have arrived so soon.
Oh my God.
We look forward to joining with you in this venture. Yours truly, Barbara Weston Chandler, mother. Robert Franklin Chandler Jr., father.
Okay.
After arranging a new date, Chris presented Zilberstein with new game ideas, talked about his vast game collection, and suggested that it would be no trouble for Miyamoto to send him $800 to cover the trip to Washington. He suggested a plan B, which involved flying Miyamoto to Chris's house instead, but understood that it would be challenging given his busy schedule.
Let me see this. I've just updated my mother on the latest message, and we simply cannot afford the trip to Seattle. First of all, they're not in Seattle, right? I believe they're in Redmond. I believe it's Redmond, Washington, or at least that's where I'm fairly certain that it's Redmond, Washington. And I know at one point they had like a headquarters at Digipen Institute.
When suggested that he should sell off his games to pay for his trip, Chris stated that he couldn't due to the history.
Not a
he had with
headquarters,
him.
but they did have an office there.
He also talked about receiving a monthly social security payment for his disability, and then talked about the numerous times in his life
they got
he
work done
overcame
there. I
the
know that
odds.
much.
On January 12th, the troll behind Greg Mays told Chris that he was actually Jason Kendrick Howell, and said that in order to regain access to Sonichu.net, he had to make a video announcing that he was either straight or gay, leaving the choice up to Chris. He made a 9-second long video stating that he was straight, holding up a poster of Britney Spears as proof.
Don't you forget it.
Insulted by its brevity, the one who called himself Jason ordered Chris to make a much longer video.
It would have been so much funnier if it was like a poster of Britney Spears when she was 16, which honestly it might have been.
He conceded, making a near 10-minute long video in which he professes that he is straight.
You know who I am. But I have randomly decided to make this video because I am sick of all the false accusations and rumors and slanders that have been going around on the internet against me. So I tell you for sure and for true that I am straight.
I'm straight.
Most of my friends in my life have been female. I've had only few male acquaintances, and they definitely turn me off, the majority of them, because they are rude, crude, and inconsiderate, causing wars and such.
Causing war?
But women are so kind and sweet.
They're not gonna fuck you,
You don't
bro.
have to look at any of them in bikinis or in a nude.
Bro, the fact that your mind goes straight to that, it tells us all we need to know.
To fail to see the beauty in each and every wonderful woman. You know, between them and me and the majority of the world, we all just want to be understood.
Oh yeah.
And I understand the ladies.
No, you don't.
I understand the women.
No, you don't.
You could definitely see the sheer brilliance of their delightful personalities between each and every one of them. And just because they act in a harsh nature,
What?
even when they should be calm and peaceful,
Dude,
they
he's
still
so
care
misogynistic, bro.
about the men in their lives.
That is like so fucked.
And especially the children that she and her husband put together.
Okay.
Like I would be putting together with my sweetheart. My sweet panda.
Uh-huh.
Never gonna give you up. I appreciate the inner beauty more than the outer beauty.
Yeah, we know.
But yet, I am attracted to the outer beauty as well. As the majority
You really want that inner beauty. You want to get inner,
appreciate.
alright. We know that.
And
Oh my
Playboy
god,
has been
you're
able to
joking! You're fucking
help us in that
joking!
sense
Oh
to
my
better
god!
relate
Go
and further
straight to
our
holding up a
appreciation for the
fucking
female
Playboy.
species. The females, the women, the
Ah,
beautiful ladies.
how nasty do you think that magazine is? Stop. Oh my god, this is so gross, bro. He's about to start
But I
fucking
digress
gooning
with
right
holding a
now.
Playboy. I still care about the women.
You want to fuck women, that's all.
And I even go as far as to stoop to one low level.
This is crazy, bro.
Boobies. Vaginas.
Oh my god, dude. See, it's all you think about.
Mmm.
Oh my god, dude. You're shitting me.
Gorgeous.
You're shitting me.
Christian Weston Chandler. I am straight.
You're not. You're not.
Peace.
After the video was completed,
yeah.
Hal asked one more thing of Chris. Saddened by the loss of both of his own parents, he wanted Chris to make a video with Bob and Barb and have them express how proud they are of him. He said that he would film it soon. He never did. On January 15th, 2009, Chris announced that Sonitry.net was restored and also uploaded a video officially denouncing ED.
I am hereby making it official and making a statement that majority to every single detail on that heinous page against me is all a pack of lies.
I bet.
Bunch of slanders, twists of my own actual words and drawings and such for the trolls / internet bullies' own evil purposes. I'm a good person. I'm good natured.
You're not.
But I will show my fangs.
You're fine.
When I have to. Only when I have to. I'm showing my fangs right now against that page.
He also thanks Sarah
You're a real
McKenzie and the
faggot.
Sonitry girls for their ability to appreciate and understand him for who he is.
So I'm making it official. Nobody will be allowed or ever able to use anything on that page, that
Smathers,
Encyclopedia
bro.
Dramatica page, with the name Chris Chan or something similar along the lines
Shut
of
up.
running to Christian Weston Chandler or Christopher Weston Chandler, or even Christopher Christian Weston Chandler or Christian Christopher Weston Chandler.
Christopher Christian Weston Chandler
Among
Weston
those names.
Weston.
I curse y'all to bad luck and extreme misfortune. Shinye Hame Ha!
Uh-huh.
Peace.
The following
Peace.
day, Christian
Yeah,
stated
yeah.
that Jason had seized control of Sonitry.net once again and announced the conception of his new domain.
That bastard, Jason Kendrick Howe, the guy who originally started the Encyclopedia Dramatica page, hacked my tripod account the first time, and after recovering the password and full capability of the tripod account, he just had to do it again. So in the future,
What a bastard.
from this point on, it's sonitchu.info. Info.
On January 17th, the troll masquerading as Jason Kendrick Howell revealed himself to be Ryan Cash's older brother, Clyde Cash. Refusing to believe this latest revelation, he continued to refer to the troll as Howell and left an angry message on his voicemail.
Jason Kendrick Howe, you bastard!
You bastard. Yeah, yeah.
Everything!
You bastard. Hey, damn you. Damn you. You damn you. Yeah, yeah.
You dead!
Wow.
With Troll's moves and behavior becoming predictable, Chris could have had the sense to ignore them, as he had stated before,
He'll never learn.
and not fuel the fire. He could have realized that the trolls only craved
Yeah,
for
but he
attention
fucking won't. He
and
never
would
does.
grow.
Alright, boys. We will hit up part 8 next time. So, I'll see you later. Yeah. Peace. Peace. I can't do it the way he does it. Fuck him. Fuck him. Who cares?